Alright, next we will do, okay, notice that we have actually two folders here, two country folders here, and it's called as the Australia and Singapore folders. Okay, so what we're gonna do here is we're gonna add in a load or inline. We're going to load or inline to load in the two folders, and then let's give it a table name. Let's call this country folders, and then we are going to do country here, so this is our column name, and then we add in Australia and Singapore here. Remember to close the parentheses here. Okay, and then next we will assign a variable here. Let's do vCount equal to number of rows, and then we are going to count the number of rows inside these country folders. Okay, so supposingly we should read the two rows here. Okay, now let's close this parenthesis here, and then let's do a for loop here. Okay, let's do for I equal to 0, which means for I is actually the iteration. Okay, for I equal to 0 to our variable count, vCount, we do a -1 here because we are starting the iteration from 0. Okay, so this is actually from 0 and until 1 here. Okay, so from 0 until 1, we're gonna do another variable here to store our country table. Okay, let's do a pick function to grab our country values here. Okay, let's do pick, and then here is actually suggesting us to put in a field name, so I put in country. Okay, next I'm going to put in our row number. Okay, so the second parameter here is row number. Let's add in our row number here. So our number here, we are using the iteration here, so let's put in I. Okay, so that is our row number. Okay, and then we add in the table name for the table that we want to do the pick function, which is our country folders table. So we're going to add in country folders. Okay, next we are going to close this parenthesis here and end with a semicolon here. Okay, then we are going to load this table, and we are going to call this as the fact table. Okay, next this will load in all the specific columns here. Alright, so we have done for this here. We have test run our script, and then we have actually added in our country table. Okay, and then we have actually added the number of rows here, and we have created a loop here, and we have also did a pick function here to grab our country name. Okay, and then now we want to add our v country into this from here. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we will add our v country at the file path here. We want to change this Australia to read in our variable v country. Okay, so if it's in the first loop, it will read in Australia. If it is in the second loop, it will read Singapore here. Okay, so we're going to do is right now. Put it here, and we change this to variable v country. Okay, next what we are going to do here, we are going to add in our iteration here. Okay, we add in next I, so that it will continue with the second iteration. Okay, and then we are going to add in our incremental key, which we will be using this in our next learning module. Okay, let's add this here, and we are going to add in our country variable v country, and then we concatenate with a date here as the incremental key. Okay, so far so good. And then the next iteration is here. Now we are going to store our fact table into QVD /fact.qvd here. Okay, so yeah, that's it. Now let's test run our script. Everything is loaded accordingly. Okay, now let's check our table loaded using the data model viewer. Okay, let's click on preview here, and everything is loaded accordingly, right? So yeah, that is all on how we load in our tables here, and I'll see you in the next module. Okay, thanks and bye bye.